Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Hokies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Hokies headed quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'll try to sneak it. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokie. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Kentucky, 0.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wall. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the grab. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Kentucky right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
The lone back's got it. At midfield, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
Already a chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Strikes the blow. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Brings up 2nd and goal. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 7, Kentucky 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Try to barge their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They'll send out the kicker here. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They are up by 7 over the Sharks. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On second down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wall. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pass on the way, it's picked off.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll ride the hot hand. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Wow, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here and the all-time great Virginia Tech running back Kevin Jones came up to the booth and he got into a vertical leap contest with Pollock. It was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong and he's fast, and I think he can also out-jump there.
Leaves it with the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
With jet sweep pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's there to make the stop.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his target down the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and you know, we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
And he'll be brought down.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The run from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Wildcats will boot it away to start the 2nd half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've...
Afterburners coming. He's at the 30. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle. It's Beal. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UTEP was able to cap off a close one inside the Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Give to the single back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Running back searching for a hole. Fighting off the defender. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He's going to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Steps away. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The give to the tailback. At the 45, on his way. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies. And the route is on.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And your Kentucky Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle, it's Wall.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking left. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Kentucky going quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Virginia Tech 34, Kentucky 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the stomping has commenced. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stress you with his feet, stress you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
And the returner goes down. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give out of the gun. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs managed. But the way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 40, inside the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys are...
Open runway ahead. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Hokies will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hokies! And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I mean, what a great route by the wide receiver. You talk about leaving everybody in the dust. I mean, he left everybody behind him, runs the corner route, and to be honest, I mean, there is nobody stopping him.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. The throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Goes to the option. The pitch. Find some fresh air. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Sam Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. All kinds of running room. Running inside the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, a nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, it could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Cricket, stop.
Trying to barge their way in. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party, a consolation prize, if you will.
And This has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you